All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hockey Podcast Network. I am your host this evening, Grant Hakeem. So happy to be here with you guys tonight. We are, of course, doing a live watch along for the Buffalo Sabres against the Toronto Maple Leafs. And happy hockey night in Canada. It's Saturday night. Nothing better than watching hockey on a Saturday night, in my opinion. I love it. Should be a great matchup. Buffalo kind of dropped off the last time I did a live watch on for Buffalo. They were near the top of the Eastern Conference. Now they've started to fall back to earth and not as high as they used to be. And then the Toronto Maple Leafs are kind of steady Eddie in the middle of the bunch in the Eastern Conference. So should be fun. Expecting another high scoring affair like the last Toronto game I did last stream. Right, before I get too deep into the stream, though, make sure you subscribe to the channel, bottom right-hand corner. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at HockeyPodNet. And then if you want to support the channel, you can do that through the live chat with a donation. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, at Grant Hakeem is my handle, at Grant_Hakeem is my Insta and TikTok. And then if you want to check out my content on YouTube, Grant Hakeem YouTube channel is where you can find me. Front row, Jacob's topping first. Jacob's always first on this stream. He's always first. What's up, Sean? Peanut Butter Sean. I even commented. There I am. I commented that I'm hosting. There you go. Thank you for tuning in, Sean. Me personally, I'm going to watch the ads or the cast games and I switch in and out of the games. Totally fine, Sean. I understand. Everyone's got their team that they want to watch tonight. I think I saw I think John Buccigross, when I tweeted this, that it's like the most games in one night in NHL history or one of those. Because I think almost every single team is playing tonight, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Okay, we got Jets. So I got too many tabs open. My computer's yelling at me. There we go. So we got Penguins, Jets, Blackhawks, Bruins, our game, Buffalo, Toronto, Colorado, Washington, Detroit, Columbus, Philly, Montreal, Anaheim, St. Louis, Carolina, Minnesota, Islanders, Dallas, Tampa, Nashville, LA, Seattle, Vegas, Edmonton, Rangers, Sharks. And earlier today had Florida, Devils. Devils won, by the way. My computer, it's frozen. Okay, are we back? Are we back? That was really, really weird. So let me know in the chat if we're back. My computer just absolutely just shit the bed there. It just like shut down and it rebooted itself. So hopefully we're still live here. My apologies for the technical difficulties. Yes. Thank you, Sean. Okay. Yes, we're back. That was really, really weird. I'm so sorry about that. You know what's hilarious? Angelo saying go Devil. He always comments go Devils. I bought a brand new Mac Mini about 2 weeks ago because I knew I was going to be streaming a lot more and I needed more memory and all that. And it just shit the bed out of me. This brand new Mac Mini. Tim Cook in the mud. Tim Cook, what you doing selling me a defect Mac Mini apparently? Well, we didn't miss anything, luckily. They're just doing the anthems at Scotiabank. Tell you what, Maple Leafs, they're wearing the throwback or the reverse retro 2.0s. Looking fresh. I am sporting the Buffalo Sabres Winter Classic jersey. I got Ryan Miller on the back. I wore this jersey a lot in middle school. This is my jersey that I wore a bunch in middle school. And it still fits me. What does that tell you? I stopped growing after 6th grade. I didn't grow anymore. Go Devils. Devils are tearing it up. Let me show you the standings quick. There you go. Toronto, 5th in the Eastern Conference. Buffalo, 14th. And then Angelo, Devils, 2nd in the East. So good for the Devils. 12 in a row, baby, for the Devils. There we go. Game is about to get going here. Get your predictions in the chat. I got a 4-3 Maple Leafs win tonight. Here we go. Players at center ice, and we are underway at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. Happy hockey night in Canada, everybody. We will get to starting lineup soon. Yes. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. This was a nice Christmas gift by my lovely parents. Or I guess Santa Claus bought it for me. Back when Santa bought me gifts. So thank you, Santa, for this amazing gift. Sean, Sabres win 4-2. Okay. See how it goes. Buffalo had some good chances there early on in this game. Puck was out of play. Comrie's out for a while. Grandpa Anderson is top goalie. Oh, I don't know. They got Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen in tonight, so his second game back. "4-3 Sabres," says Angelo. Hattie for Tage. Wow. Yeah, Tage Thompson, 11 goals, 19 points in the last 10 games. Fantastic stuff by Tage Thompson. Didn't he play at UConn for college? I think he did. Well, here we go. I got the starting lineups for the Buffalo Sabres. We got Skinner, Thompson, Tuck is the first line. Peterka, Cousins, Quinn is your second line. Middlestat, Krebs, Olofsson is your third line. Asplund, Sheehan, Hinestroza is your fourth line. On defense, we got Power and Dahlin, Bryson, Jokinharju, Fitzgerald, Labushkin, and then Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. And that's also team news. If you're a Sabres fan, they have claimed Tyson Yost off waivers from the Wild, I believe. The Wild let him go. Buffalo got him. I think that's a decent pickup for Buffalo. Give the kid a shot out of North Dakota. Should be good. For the Toronto Maple Leafs, the home team, We have first line of Bunting, Matthews, Nylander. Second line of Kerfoot, Tavares, Marner. Third line of Enval, Holmberg, Yarncrook. Fourth line, Aston Reese, Kampf, Malgin. On defense, we got Riley, Ben, Giordano, Hall, Sandin, Liljegren, and Matt Murray is in net. So we got both of these teams are playing probably their A goalie, I would say. So it should be a good tilt. I forgot who was in net. It was Colgren last week when I did a watch along for the Maple Leafs. I was like, who the hell is this Colgren guy? Gave up an absolute softie in the third period, and that's what led the Penguins to victory that night. Excuse me, I'm just having my snack here. I was going to have this before, but technical difficulties with the stream. My apologies. These are macadamia nuts, dry roasted macadamia nuts. Tastes really good. Murray got knocked on his ass. And the play is offside. We got 16:58 to go here in the first. Shots 1-0. And we got John Tavares, Tavares, wearing the little chin thing. What I don't understand is, like, why do they wear a visor and then that little chin thing? Why can't they just wear a full bubble? I think that would just make a lot more sense. It looks way better just to wear the full bubble. That's what I wore when I played the full bubble my whole life. Fishbowl, I've gotten so many taunts or people have teased me saying that I'm wearing a fishbowl. I don't really get that diss, but whatever. Ooh, a shot saved by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Hall shot goes wide. Good chances there for the Maple Leafs. Sean, my Predators have been going on a winning streak. They've finally been looking like a playoff team. I haven't paid attention to the Nashville Predators. They're a team that I don't really watch a whole lot. But yeah, Nashville, 4th in the Western Conference, 17 points. Last 10 games, 6-4 on a 3-game winning streak, doing really well. I tell you what, out of that Central Division, the team that's really surprised me the most is the Minnesota Wilds. I was expecting them to be guns a-blazing the start of this season, but something's not clicking in Minnesota. 7-8-2 record, 16 points, 6th in the Central. I mean, they're only a point back of Nashville for 4th, 3 back of Colorado. Very interesting why they're off to a slow start. And then we got Winnipeg is a bit of a surprise for me being 2nd. I didn't think they'd respond that well after last season. What did they do last season? I know they didn't make the playoffs, but I don't think they did terribly. But I was not expecting them to be near the top of the Central at this point. Well, this is fun too. As we enter Thanksgiving next week, the standings, we kind of know who's going to make the playoffs by Thanksgiving. You can kind of see the picture. It's a little bit more clear. Obviously, there's a whole lot of season left after Thanksgiving, but you can kind of sort of see the teams that are going to be fighting for it and the teams that are kind of falling out already. So it'll be fun. Love this time of the year too, like November, Thanksgiving. The Christmas spirit is starting to pick up a bit. One of my favorite times of the year. My God, Sportsnet had this DraftKings ad. Use promo code THPN when you use DraftKings, everybody. There you go. Sportsnet. Kevin Weeks was doing one for DraftKings. And Parsonen has really proven to be a great addition to the team. I think everyone was expecting the Wild to be better. Yeah, me too. Winnipeg is like the Preds. You forget they're there most of the time. Very true. I am a big fan of Winnipeg. But yeah, they're a team that it's like some years they'll make the playoffs, some years they don't. Pretty similar to the Wild, like you said. Yes, I love this time of the year. Oh, credit to Sportsnet right now. They just played the I'm Good by David Guetta and BB Rexa song as the outro to the commercial break. Love that song. But here we go. I got distracted. Yes, I love this time of the year. Also, all the snow. Yes, I was about to say that, Sean. I got right in Minnesota. It's been snowing for like the past like week. So it's all caked in white stuff everywhere. It's great. The trees have snow on them. Very Christmassy. People are putting up Christmas lights. It's awesome. Connor and the Buffalo Sabres win it in overtime. Yes, that announcer for Buffalo. I might be in the minority. I don't really like his color or his commentary. I'm not a big fan of him. Respect him, but not a big fan. But his overtime calls are fun, the way he does that. Man, these NHL 23 ads. I haven't bought the game yet, if you're wondering. I don't know if I ever will. I might just wait till 24 at this point. Or buy NHL 23 like in the springtime when it's like 40% off or whatever. Connor, he's Rick Jernett, and he retires at the end of last season. Okay. Sean, I can't remember if it's the Sharks or what, but there's an announcer that's voice is just so annoying. Yeah, there are a few announcers that I can't stand in the NHL. Especially the Wilds announcer. I do not like the Wilds announcer. I cannot listen to him. I think his name's Lapanta. I cannot listen to him. But yeah, I tell you what, Canada, all the Canadian teams have really good announcers. Like I don't mind them at all. My favorite though is Gordon Miller. Love me some Gordon Miller. Chance for Buffalo. Oh, Dahlin missed the net. Good pressure for the Sabres. Nylander's gassed. Oh! Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen misplayed it. Nylander's going to grab it. Chance there. Saved by Luukkonen. Toronto's buzzing now. Giordano shot steered away by Luukkonen. Still Toronto. Giordano, the clapper, goes wide. Get it out, Buffalo. There you go. Cousins. Oh, good save by Murray. End-to-end action here. that one, Connor, I think I know who you're on about. I don't mind her, actually. I think some people are just a bit petty. Oh, Leah Hextall, yes, she should not be announcing. Like, she'd be a fine, like, rinkside reporter or a color commentator, but she should not be the main announcer. Definitely not. TML, oh, TML. Let me explain to you what's going on, TML. I have been up all night on weekends. I've been working hard on my YouTube channel, getting it ready for the upcoming World Cup that starts tomorrow. So if you want to head to my YouTube channel, the Grand Akeem YouTube channel, I will be doing live watch-alongs throughout the World Cup. My first stream will be Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern for the USA and Wales game. And then on Wednesday, I'm doing, at the same time on Wednesday, Belgium and Canada live watch-alongs for the World Cup. So that's what I've been doing. I've been preparing for that. And then we'll sprinkle in some gaming live streams as well. Just a little sprinkle of like some Fall Guys or something fun like that. I've actually thought about playing FIFA because I know that's fun. And since it's the World Cup, it'd be fun to play some FIFA. I suck at FIFA, but it could be fun. Are you streaming all the World Cup games? I'm not. I'm just going to be doing like as many as I can because after Wednesday, I do leave. I'm going on a trip from Thursday to Sunday. I'm out of town. So obviously I won't be able to live stream. Bit of a Thanksgiving holiday trip for me. So I will be back on that following Monday for World Cup live watch-alongs. But for this upcoming week, Monday, Wednesday, we'll be doing some World Cup games. But I'll try and do as many as I can. All the U.S. games, I'll try my best, TML. I know the U.S. plays England on Black Friday, but as I said, I'll be out of town. But I'll do my best to cover as many as I can. Same with Canada. I'll do my best. You can't enjoy beer anymore at the World Cup. They announced alcohol. I did see that, Connor. I think that's a disgrace. This Qatar World Cup is shaping up to be a joke, in my opinion. Because it's like in December, it's just so stupid because the players are still in the middle of their season. So like I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me. So many players are out injured. Like so many big stars are out. But it'll still be fun. I always like watching the World Cup. So, Sean, I think Seattle's going to pull the wild card spot this year. I wonder if they'll make a deep playoff team. Yeah, the Kraken are a team that's surprised me a lot. Third in the Pacific, 21 points. I mean, how many back? 2 back of second and 7 back of first. Jacob's favorite team, Vegas. I could see them pulling it off, being a wild card team. I don't know if they'd make a deep run because, I mean, you got to contend with what? If they're a wild card spot, they're going to have to either play like a Vegas or probably a Colorado, I would assume, is going to be first, or maybe a Dallas. I don't know. But I don't see Seattle beating a Vegas or Colorado in the first round. But you never know. Playoffs, anything can happen, as I always say. And so I've heard that crazy you can't get a beer at the World Cup. Yep. This World Cup is a joke. It's all about the money to FIFA. All they want. They just want the paycheck. They didn't really care about what time of the year it was. They're in it for the money, FIFA. This Qatar World Cup is probably going to be the most forgettable. Could be, Sean. Depends. It depends on what happens. Or it could be the most memorable because it sucks the most. But yes, at my YouTube channel, we'll be doing World Cup streams as much as I can, and then gaming streams as much as I can. And to stay tuned on when I'm going live in my schedule, follow me on my Twitter at Grant Akeem. Best way to keep tabs on what I'm doing. And I should say this because I don't know if it got cut out or not at the beginning with our technical difficulties, but make sure you do subscribe to the Hockey Podcast Network on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter and Insta at HockeyPodNet. And if you do want to help support the channel, you can do that through the live chat. I also made a nice little smoothie, strawberry berry smoothie. So I'll be sipping on that. Shots, by the way, 6-4 for Toronto. Smoothie looks great. Yes. I've thought about starting my own smoothie operation or smoothie store. Like it'd be like a bar that serves alcohol, but instead of alcohol, we would just do smoothies. It's the only thing that I can make in the kitchen. I'm a terrible cook, but I can definitely put shit in a blender and blend it. That's about my expertise in the kitchen. Oh, Bunting. Shit pass by Bunting, but we have a delayed penalty on Buffalo. So Toronto will be heading to the power play here. Tell you what, Alex Tuch looking sexy. Alex Tuch's looking sexy with that mustache. Beautiful stash. Riley Sheahan looks like he's going to get a hooking penalty. That hooking penalty is one of those soft calls that the NHL is now enforcing. Here we go. Shot. Matthews whiffs on it. Oh, Matthews again. To the point. Riley. Marner scores! Mitchell Marner delivers on the power play. And it's 1-0 Toronto here early on. What I want, you've got. Like playing with do. I gotta learn the words of that song. I do not know the words at all. Great keep by Matthews. Fed it to Riley. Found Marner right where Ovi, in Ovi's office, basically. Oh, it's Tavares. Tavares the snake. He stole the goal. It went off his shin pad. So Tavares is going to get the goal. Marner the assist. Goal Toronto. Tavares. He should go to prison for 5 years for that. Stole the goal from Marner. Sean, this is all part of my prediction. Toronto gets up by 2 in the first, and then the Sabres come back and win it 4-2. I see you, Sean. I see you. He got it all planned out. Yep. Toronto is known for choking. So I could totally see that happening. Love these jerseys for Toronto. They look amazing. Good hit by Thompson. Oh my gosh. Mulligans, sit down. And Reese will just loft it in the netting. Puck was out of play here. About 5 minutes left to go here in the first. 1-0 Maple Leafs. Leafs win 5-1, says Jacob. I said 4-3 Toronto this game. Angus, what's up, buddy? Thank you for tuning in, Angus. Angus, I just went over my live watch-along schedule for the World Cup because I know you're interested in soccer, or football, I should say. I will be live on Monday for the USA-Wales game and then Wednesday for Belgium-Canada on my channel. So it should be lots of fun. Also, Sean, another reason why I love this time of the year, we're getting closer and closer to some World Juniors around Christmas time. Love the World Juniors. Fantastic. I'll have to see what the situation will be for live watch-alongs, whether it's here or my channel or whatever, but I will for sure be doing streams for that one way or another. Where are the World Juniors this year? Are they still in Canada or Europe? I feel like it's been in Canada for the last 3 years because of COVID. Juniors 2023. It is in Canada again. Halifax and Moncton. Nova Scotia. Halifax, Nova Scotia, right? If my geography is good. I have no idea where Moncton is. That must be Nova Scotia as well. Or New Brunswick. Moncton's New Brunswick. Where's Halifax? Nova Scotia. Okay, I was right. Moncton. Thank you, Google Maps. Oh, wow. That's this tournament is east of Maine. That's pretty crazy. You can't go much more east than Nova Scotia before you just get to the Atlantic Ocean. That'll be fun. Those start times will be nice for me then. Because when it was on, when it was in Edmonton or Vancouver, it was kind of late nights for me. Jacob, I got it right, Jacob. So cut me some slack. I said no. I said Halifax, Nova Scotia, but I second guessed myself. But I ended up being right. I just didn't know where Moncton was because I've never heard of Moncton before. But I didn't know Jacob, so I'm smart. I am very smart. When it comes to geography, I'm pretty good. When it comes to math, don't even ask. Shots 9-5 for Toronto. Last 4 minutes here in the first. In terms of chances, it's been pretty equal, I would say. I wouldn't say one team's dominated over the other. We got Darlene here, is waiting. If you remember, I think it was at the outdoor game last year, Darlene and Matthews really got into it with each other. So we could see that rekindle itself here. Maybe not. Good job here for Buffalo. Fitzgerald shot gets blocked. Good job by Aston Reese. Gets it in the zone for Toronto. Offensive zone. That could have been too many men for Toronto. That would have been a harsh too many men call, but it definitely could have been. Oh, we got a goal! Toronto makes it 2-0. It's all coming to plan. Right, Sean? This is exactly what he predicted. Buffalo bench, not happy right now. Right, that's what I said. Yeah, they're complaining about the too many men. Like I said, that totally should have been too many men. Well, Toronto might have gotten away with the call there, but great shot. I think that's Enval. Yarncrook, sorry, Yarncrook got the shot. Got the goal. But definitely should have been too many men on Toronto, I think. It would have been harsh because the guy was just coming off, but it's still too many men. But doesn't matter. Goal will stand 2-0 Toronto late here in the first. Jacob, without looking this up, how big is Halifax an area? Oh, come on, Jacob. I don't know. I don't even know like what like measurement you would use to describe that. It's like square meters because it's Canada. Halifax area. Miles. I guess meters would be a big ass number. So miles, I guess, makes more sense. Halifax, 37.54 square miles. There you go. Fun fact of the night. You can let your friends and family know that you learned the square miles of Halifax. So we got a power play for Buffalo here. Let's see if they can respond, the Sabres. Angus, I managed to figure out math my own way, but it's unacceptable to math teachers. Breakaway from Marner. Oh! What is Marner doing? The neck is off right now. A Buffalo player ran into the net and dislodged it. But what the hell is a Mitchell Marner doing there? On a bloody breakaway, and he dropped past it. Wow. Alex Tuck gets a penalty for delay of game because he knocked into the net. Let's take a look at the replay. So Marner on a breakaway drops it to Giordano. Alex Tuck made a diving attempt to get Mitch Marner and then just slid into the net. Not intentional at all. So I think that is pretty harsh on Alex Tuck because that's definitely not intentional. I don't know. Toronto is complaining that the puck went in the net. I mean, the net was dislodged, so I don't know how you could say anything about that. They're going to review it. What's the rule here, folks? If the net is off its moorings, can the puck still cross that goal line and count? God, I have no idea what the rule is here. Someone at home, let me know if you're an NHL rule expert. Marner breakaway, Tuck dives at him, dislodged the net. Giordano shot the puck. I mean, it does cross the goal line. If the net wasn't dislodged, it would have gone in. But the net's off, so I just think the play's dead. I don't know. This would be a first for me. This would be a first time that I've seen this with my own eyes that they let in that the referees have called a goal where the net was completely dislodged from the moorings. Yeah. Well, here we go. Wow, they called it a goal. They called that a goal. So 3-0 Toronto. That's crazy. My mind's broken here, folks. I've never seen that. The puck crossed the goal line, but the net was like 2 feet off its moorings. Like, no, I can't believe that. Look at this. I wish I could show you at home. I mean, did it cross? I think it barely crossed over and then went out the side. But I mean, that's weird. That's going to cause so much controversy online. I don't even want to look at Twitter right now. I don't even want to look at Twitter. I don't know. In my opinion, I don't think that should count. Just give Buffalo a penalty, and then Toronto it'll be 4-on-4. That's how I think that ruling should have been made. But I guess the referees think differently. And I don't know the rules about that either. Here we go. I'm behind in comments, people. I'll do my best to catch up. I'm just trying to find. Here we go. Jacob, it's no goal. Net was off before puck went in. I agree, Jacob. That's what I saw too. If the net comes off, play is dead and no goal. DF says no goal. Angelo, play stops as soon as net's dislodged. Sean, yeah, your plan, it's kind of being destroyed right now. Sean, what the fuck, Raph? What says DF Oppenheimer? Angus should be no goal. Time to send a Raz to Lens Crafters in the morning. Right, Angelo. That's what I thought the rule was. If the puck crossed the line first and then the net got dislodged, then it's a goal. I've never seen it where the net got dislodged and then the puck crossed and then they counted it. Like I have no idea. I guess they do. 100% blind. Don't even look at Twitter. Not even gonna look at Twitter. We'll have to do it for the first period. 3-0 Maple Leafs. Controversial ending here to the period. W refs, says Jacob. DF, did it look like it may have been purposely dislodged? I don't think it was purposely dislodged. Alex Tuck made a diving attempt at Mitch Marner, and then he just couldn't get up in time and slid into Pekka Luukkonen and dislodged the net. Like, it wasn't like he skidded up to the net and pushed it off. I've never seen that before in my life. Louis, I think a player knocks down. I think, don't quote me on that. Okay. Yeah, if you wanted, I'm sure someone's tweeted the video out. You can check that. Or let me try and find the video on Twitter. I think, let's see. I'll try and retweet it so you guys can see. So here you go. If you head to my Twitter right now, at Grand Akeem, I just retweeted the video of the goal. It's not a replay. It's like of the live broadcast, so it's not like in slow motion, but you can kind of see the play here. But yeah, you can check it out on my Twitter. Just a weird play. Yeah, I'm stumped, folks. I've never seen that in my life. I'm curious to see what the official ruling is from a expert, because I'm sure there's some expert online who knows better than I do. Right, I'll try and catch up on some comments here, then I'll step aside for a break because it's the intermission. Angus, Halifax seemed awfully small for a tournament of this magnitude. Yeah, I've never been to Halifax. Don't know much about Nova Scotia. But I mean, they had the World Juniors one year in Vancouver and Victoria. I mean, and I've been to Victoria, and that's on an island that's very small, and they pulled it off. But yeah, I mean, Halifax is not Vancouver, so I'm assuming Halifax would be like the main site, and then Moncton is going to be the smaller rink, where like the, I don't know, third place game or wherever. That's Moncton is probably where the relegation series will be held. Sean, can they challenge the play if it's too many men? Yeah, so we have two controversial goals for the Maple Leafs. That second goal they scored was definitely too many men on the ice, and then the third goal they scored a goal when the net wasn't even in the moorings. It was 2 feet off. So I think the storyline of the refs always help the Maple Leafs is true tonight, at least. But to answer your question, Sean, from my knowledge, I don't think they can challenge if it's for too many men. The referees have to make that decision. You can't challenge that. Jacob says Halifax is very big. Jacob is Mr. Halifax, so ask him about any questions about Nova Scotia or Moncton. Oppenheimer, I love watching and listening to you during the playoffs last year. Unfortunately, my Rangers fell short, but hey, new season. Thank you, Oppenheimer. I do. Your name sounded familiar. But yeah, glad you found me and you enjoyed my streams. I do my best. But yeah, I just show up every day, do my best, and have fun with it. It's kind of my strategy. But yeah, Rangers just fell short to the Tampa Bay Lightning, but I think they're in store for another great season. If Igor can keep playing the way he does, I think they'll be just fine. The current metro area population of Halifax in 2022 is 417,097.23 kilometers. That's not very big. It's big. I'm not about to argue what's considered big or not. Yep, I think it's determining if it's big or not. It's in the eye of the beholder, right? For everything. Like some people might say it's big. Some people might say it's small. I think you know what I'm hinting at. Wink, wink. When I say big or small, you know what I'm talking about. Angus, that is a medium-sized city, Jacob. Halifax has to be big. They once hosted the UFC. How does that make them big? Jaden, thank you for tuning in. Yes, it has been a little while. The last stream I did on this channel was last Friday, I think, for the Penguins Maple Leafs. Back here tonight for Maple Leaf Sabres. The guys on Sportsnet are talking about it right now. I'm just going to listen here. Yeah, Kevin Biesca agrees with me, saying that was bullshit, that goal counted. Interesting. Yeah, Kevin Biesca, he agrees with us, but the main guy just explained that since there was an imminent scoring attempt by Giordano, then that's why the goal counted. If there wasn't imminent scoring attempts for Giordano, then it wouldn't have counted. I think that's a BS reason. What's imminent scoring chance then? Like, how do you define that? God, that goal seems so obvious that it's no goal. I know the more I watch it, the more I think I was right in my initial look that it's not a goal. Great, you're making a lot of people from NB. Was that New Brunswick? Sorry, Jacob. I'm not super well versed in that part of Canada. I'm sorry, eh? No, New Brunswick pissed off because you're saying Moncton wrong. It's Monton. So the C is silent. It's Monton. Thank you, Jacob, for pointing that out. It's Monton. Preds are wearing their Hockey Fights Cancer jerseys tonight. They're wearing their yellow helmets with the purple jersey. It looks wrong. That sounds wrong to me, Sean. That does not sound good. Bills have a big advantage playing indoors this week. I know I saw in Buffalo how much snow they're getting. I think it was almost like 11 feet of snow or something crazy like that. Wild. Absolutely wild. That's what happens when you're right next to Lake Erie. Sean, it may be small, but has great personality, as some people say. Exactly, Sean. Oppenheimer is relative, but Halifax is definitely a hockey town. I know they got the Halifax Mooseheads. I know them. All this controversy could be a precursor to the World Cup. There's already a rumor of match fixing between Qatar and Ecuador. That does not surprise me, Angus. And you're right. We're on the motif of the World Cup. It's starting tomorrow. Referees missed too many men and countered a goal when the net wasn't even there. Could be some fixing in tonight. Start your conspiracy theories right now. Are the refs fixing the game for Toronto tonight? Qatar pay the refs. Wouldn't surprise me. That'll be fun, though, watching the World Cup. Whether it's controversial or whatever, check out my channel. I'll be doing streams as much as I can for games. That'll be lots of fun. Before we take a break here, make sure you do subscribe to the Hockey Podcast Network on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at HockeyPodNet. If you want to help support the channel, you can do that through the live chat. If you want to follow me on Twitter, @GrantAkeem is the handle. @Grant_Akeem is my Insta and TikTok. And we'll step aside here. Got to take a break. Fill the water. Do all that kind of stuff. Fun stuff. So you are watching the Maple Leafs Sabres live watch along on the Hockey Podcast Network, and we'll let the sponsor identify themselves. All right, we're back. Thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring this stream and everything at the Hockey Podcast Network. Make sure you use the code THPN when you sign up for DraftKings. Right, so I've had some time to kind of settle down. Hopefully you did at home too, to think about what just transpired there at the end of the first. I'm totally in the camp of that's a disgrace. That goal should not count. I think that's BS. The second goal Toronto scored should not count because it's too many men. Referees having a crap night so far in this game, in my opinion. It's the first game that I've watched where the referees have been complete crap. I mean, I haven't watched a whole lot of NHL games besides the streams I do because I am just so busy with other stuff in my life, but this has been pretty atrocious so far. Sean, my predictions still stand. Just maybe 4-3 Toronto this time. That was I said 4-3 Toronto tonight. So my prediction is still alive. We'll see if Buffalo can get things going here in the second. I have lost hope in the Sabres. I think it's quite sweet that what the NHL is doing for cancer. Yes, they're doing Hockey Fights Cancer. Brilliant. Cancer is unfortunately something that many of us deal with, not just that we get it, that our family members get it, and the emotional trauma of that. And it's just such a great job what the NHL does for cancer, and it's great. Hopefully one day we can figure out a cure for it, but for the time being, support your whatever foundations that help people who have cancer or terminal illnesses, and that's all we can do for now. All right, get to some hockey here. We're underway in the second period. 3-0 Toronto. Shots 12-8 for the Leafs. Happy hockey night in Canada, everybody, to my Canadian fans. Here's Tuck. Oh, gotta hit the net. Oh, Tage Thompson ran into Matt Murray. Little slew foot there. I gotta see this on the replay. It wasn't a slew foot. Thompson just ran into Matt Murray's foot. It wasn't intentional. Hopefully Murray's okay. Kyle Dubas in the press box, looking happy. Here's Justin Hall. Ooh, Toronto chance. Saved by Luukkonen, rebound. Gets out. Here comes Buffalo. 3-on-2 if they can push it. Quinn. Shot by Cousins. Saved by Murray. Good pass by Quinn to find Cousins. Excellent pass. Puck drop in Nashville. Yep, we can take a look at some out-of-town scores if you want. Lots of games in the NHL. I think it's John Buccigross. I think I saw this on Twitter. I think he said it was like the most games in one night ever. Let me just confirm that. For the first time in 2022-23 and the 20th time in NHL history, 30 teams will be in action as part of a 15-game Saturday. There you go. So 20th time that this has happened. I was going to do a stream last night, but there were no games besides the Canucks game, and it was like 9 p.m., which is kind of late for me to do streams, but yeah, that's why I chose today to do a stream. Right, out-of-town scores. Winnipeg and the Penguins 0-0 in the second. Our game is 3-0 Toronto. Boston leads the Blackhawks 2-0. Avalanche lead the Capitals 1-0. Detroit and Columbus knotted up 1 apiece in the second. Philly and Montreal tied at 2, end of the first. St. Louis and Anaheim 0-0 in the first. Islanders, Stars 0-0 in the first. Nashville, Tampa just got started. Later today, Wild, Hurricanes, Canes, Kraken, Golden Knights, Oilers, Rangers, Sharks, and we got some final scores from earlier today. Devils continue to win. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. 5-1 win for the Devils over the Senators. 5-4 shootout win for the Flames over the Panthers. Kachuk got to play his former team as well as Huberdeau. I'm sure that was fun. Yes, an amazing Saturday. Best Saturday of the year, probably, with all these games going on if you're a hockey fan. World Cup Eve as well. So Buffalo's on a power play here. Got to get a goal here if you're Buffalo. Start chipping away at this lead here. Toronto's able to get it out. We got a goal in the Nashville game, according to Sean. Nashville up by 1. He's hyped. He's hyped. Let me know who scored, Sean. I'm curious. Forsberg. Granlund. Is he still on the, the Nashville? I don't know that many Nashville players. Very foggy with who's on Nashville. Niederreiter, I think, is on Nashville. It was Forsberg, so my first guess was right. Forsberg. Yeah, Buffalo's power play has been crap so far. Haven't done much. Toronto's doing well at stepping up at the blue line. Giordano. Get it out, Giordano. He cannot. But won't matter. Justin Hall gets it out, and that will do it for the Buffalo power play. 0 shots on that power play. Not efficient. That's inefficient. Just got a little pumped up, says Sean. Another penalty. Oh, puck was out of play there. 15:06 to go in the second. So I'm curious, people. It's November 19th. We're almost at Thanksgiving. At this point of the year, who do you think will be Cup favorites? Because I know every week it changes. On the very first stream I did, I think back in October, I said, we'll look out for Carolina. But, I mean, maybe look out for New Jersey. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're going to make a run in the playoffs and shock us. I have no idea. Or maybe a Boston. I know Boston has lots of guys out injured, but they got an 8-point cushion in first place. Western Conference in the Central, it's tight. Dallas, Winnipeg, Colorado are probably the favorites. Pacific, Vegas is doing really well. Jack Eichel performing good. Logan Thompson, stud in net. Robin Leonard, who they say? LA, Seattle, Edmonton. I don't know. We could be in for a shock this year. I could totally see if we had a Boston-Vegas final, I could see that happening. I'm hesitant to say that I think New Jersey could make it all the way because it's New Jersey. But I don't know. Go Devils. And yep. Number one Devils fan in the world is Angelo, I believe. Vegas and Boston are the 2 cup favorites at this point. Yep, I would agree with that, just based on standings. At the beginning, it was Carolina. Now it's New Jersey. There's still hope for the Avs. Yeah, I think Colorado is going to right the ship. Same with Tampa. I know Tampa Bay isn't. I mean, there's third, but a lot of the really good teams in the playoffs kind of start out the year about 500 and then kind of slowly amp up later in the season. Eichel has 21 points in 18 games. Buddies have a breakout season. Doing really well for Vegas. Too early to tell. Injuries are always an unknown factor. That is very true, Angelo. But it's always fun to predict and stuff. Guess who you think is going to win. Tampa lost their magic. They're definitely on the decline. Tampa Bay. But it's still Tampa Bay. Still a force to be reckoned with. I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs. But they're definitely on the decline. Oppenheimer, the season is so young still. All teams have streaks, wins and losses, injuries, of course, and trades. It's tough this early. Yes, but once we get to Thanksgiving, usually the standings don't really change a whole lot once you get to Thanksgiving. Like, you kind of know the playoff teams and you kind of know the teams that will be in the wild card race at that point. Especially by Christmas, New Year's, it's pretty set who are the teams who are competing and the teams that are out. Angelo, for fantasy players, Tampa Bay only plays 2 games next week. Yeah, so you're a fantasy hockey player like myself. Do not get any Tampa Bay players next week. I've not even looked at my fantasy hockey team in a while because I've been so busy. So I'm probably losing because I'm not keeping up with my lineups every day. I used to, like, back when I was like a freshman in college, before I started doing YouTube, I was really into fantasy hockey and would do it every single night. We got a face-off in the Buffalo zone. Interesting stat here, 36 goals against in November, which is the most in the NHL. Buffalo Sabres giving up the most in November. Oppenheimer, true, yep. Sean, once Seattle's my pick to be in the wild card race. Yep, I could totally see Seattle doing that. That'd be an amazing feat for Seattle, just based off the roster. And because that, I'll be honest with you, that roster is not very sexy. It doesn't really catch your eye, but neither did the Islanders roster, and they made it to the East Finals 2 years in a row. So it's not about having the sexy players. As Toronto knows, they have all the star forwards and can't do anything in the first round. So we'll see. We'll see. Yep, I was going to say Christmas, New Year's is a good barometer. Definitely. Around the World Juniors, you can kind of see who's going to make it, who's not. Jacob, hot take. Coyotes win the cup over Montreal in 7 games. Yeah, maybe in like, I don't know, 7 years. 5 to 7 years, that could be the final. Montreal Coyotes, but not this year. We got a penalty on Toronto here. Bit of a high hit on Casey Middlestat by Austin Matthews. So illegal check to the head is the penalty. Buffalo to the power play. 1 shot on 2 attempts so far in the game for Buffalo. Sean, bro, Montreal ain't even making it to the playoffs. Angela, check the waiver wire today. Some joker dropped Vanacek 2 days ago, so I grabbed him. Why would you drop Vitek Vanacek? Yeah, good pickup, Angelo. Sean, the Preds lineup looks sexy, but they can't do anything with it. Yeah. It's not about how sexy it is. It's about how the team works as a cohesive unit. Good glove save by Matt Murray there. Little flash of the glove. I tell you what, I had a beer league game this past Thursday, and I had a pretty nice save. Best save that I've ever made as a first-time goaltender. And you can check it out on my Instagram and TikTok at Grant_Hakeem. Nice little glove save I did. Pretty fun. Ooh, a shot by Thompson. Rebound. Toronto can't get it out. Cousins at the point. Still Cousins to Tuck. Cousins to Dahlin. Shot by Thompson. Saved by Murray. And Toronto's able to get it out. No, my Preds whiffed on an open net. That's the worst. Those are the moments as a player that will haunt you forever. Those little moments in a game where you just couldn't bury it. Come on, Buffalo. Nice job by Thompson there. Here's Dahlin. Shot, scores! Matt Murray, take a good look at yourself in the mirror, because that was a shit goal to give up by Matt Murray. Oh my goodness. I'll have to see the replay. But that puck was shot at the speed of a peewee shooting the puck. And it goes through the 5-hole of Matt Murray. Great puck pursuit by Tage Thompson, though. Gets it to Dahlin. And that shot, I mean... Oh, it got deflected. It did get deflected. Cousins with the shot. It went off Tuck's shin pad. So Matt Murray gets a pass. My apologies, Matt Murray. You get a pass. Got deflected by Tuck's shin pad and went right through the 5-hole of Matt Murray. Very similar to Toronto's first goal when Marner shot the puck, went off Tavares' shin pad, and passed Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. But here's Austin Matthews. Here's Krebs. Oh, tried to find Middlestat. But could not. Toronto was able to get it out, courtesy of Justin Hall, ex-Golden Gopher. Same goes to Casey Middlestat. But I tell you what, if the referees weren't on acid tonight, it'd be a 1-1 game. But yeah, good job by Tuch getting the shin pad there. And it's 3-1. Finally up. The 4-3 score prediction is coming in. It could happen. They must be on more than acid. Yeah, that won't surprise me. They're probably on all the illicit drugs tonight making that call. Hope everyone's doing well, by the way. Happy Saturday night. Hopefully you got some fun plans for Sunday, or maybe tonight you're still going to do some stuff. For me, I had a pretty busy Saturday myself. I got up, did like school stuff, workout stuff, and then I actually helped. I went to a practice tonight or this afternoon because I think I mentioned this before. I'm actually helping out a Pee Wee C team in my local area and being an assistant coach. So yeah, I went to a practice for them today. It was lots of fun. Kids are fun to be around. They actually have a game tomorrow that I am gonna go and watch them play tomorrow night. So hopefully they win. It's been a rough season. They haven't won a game all year, so hopefully spending time with such a great hockey player like myself, I'll be able to rub off greatness onto them and they'll go undefeated the rest of the year. Because this was the first time I met the players. Actually, I met them last night and then today. So we'll see what happens tomorrow with those PVC kids. Shout out to them. Good group of kids. Icing call here. Oh, good hustle. Great hustle. Who was that? 74 for Buffalo. Asplund. Great hustle by Asplund. Prevents the icing. Delayed penalty on Toronto. Buffalo back on the power play. So Buffalo could get this game to a 1-goal game if they can deliver on the power play. You're making me want to make a smoothie right now. I might. Yeah, so in this smoothie, I'll go over the ingredients in the smoothie. Strawberries, a cup of strawberries, a full banana, chopped up full banana, half cup of raspberries, a half cup of apple juice or squeezed apple, whatever. I use like the squeezed apple juice, not like regular apple juice. I forgot what that's called. There's a name for it. Like apple squeezed apple. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And then, so it's a half cup of that apple juice, 3/4 cup of, I used oat milk, but I guess you could use any type of milk. I use oat milk myself. And then I put some toppings on it. So I put chia seeds, flax seeds, some oats, just like some rolled oats. They can get in a nice little jar or whatever. Put some of that in. Excellent save by Matt Murray there. And the Leafs get it out. And then anything else that I put in? I think that's about it. So yeah, basically that's what's in the smoothie. That's your smoothie talk with Grant. Talk to Dahlin at the point. Here's Dahlin. Circling, plays it back to Tuck. Skinner, shot blocked. Dahlin, shot. Oh, rebound. Can't get it in. Alex Tuck couldn't get it in. Oh, breakaway. Breakaway. Kerfoot, no goal. Save by Luukkonen. Here's Buffalo, shot into the gut of Murray, no cover. Wow. End-to-end saves there. Luukkonen and Matt Murray playing great. Yeah, Kerfoot on the breakaway. Good job by Luukkonen getting that leg out. We got 15 seconds to go here on the power play. 6:30 left in the period. Well, Toronto kills off the penalty. Tell them you're the Gretzky of beer league. Well, I'm the goalie on my beer league team, so I'm the Jim Craig of beer league. The Lundqvist of beer league. Delayed penalty on Buffalo. It's a penalty fast here. That was out. That was out. Ref said it stayed in. I swore that was out. But it doesn't matter. Buffalo gets the touch. We'll take a commercial break on the broadcast. But yeah, Toronto will be on the power play here. Sean, I've been debating if I should change my profile pic. It's been peanut butter forever. I don't mind, Sean. It's a good picture of Jif. Maybe a different brand of peanut butter. Or maybe a PB&J sandwich. Maybe you could change it to the Skippy peanut butter. There's Skippy peanut butter. Oh, wow. There's a Skippy protein peanut butter. 10 grams of protein. Oh, and it's plant protein as well. Excellent. There's a peanut butter that's literally called Peter Pan with the silhouette of Peter Pan on the front. That'd be fun. Man, I haven't had peanut butter in so long. I'm kind of craving a PB&J sandwich. I'm going to be honest with you. Tomorrow. Breakfast. That's breakfast tomorrow. I can never betray a GIF. You could use Peter Pan on the profile. That'd be good. Let me see if I can. Oh, we got a goal. Toronto scores, and it's 4-1. 4-1 Toronto. Here we go. Here we go. Sean, I found the Peter Pan. There we go. Sean, that's what you got to change it to right there. Peter Pan. Creamy peanut butter. That'd be great. That'd be great. But yeah, this goal, puck in the slot, Tavares was fighting for it, but Nylander found it behind Luukkonen and just put it in an empty net. Easy goal for Nylander. There we go. Let's get that back up. Sean, that's my job around here, to make you thirst for peanut butter. Definitely thirsty for some peanut butter. Instead of Thirsty Thursday, it should be Thirsty Peanut Butter Day. I don't know. Thirsty Thursday, but it's for peanut butter, not for yeah. Goal for Boston, 4-1. And guess I bought some small batch peanut butter the other day. It was delicious. David Krejci has put the Bears up 4-1 at the end of the second. Nice, Jacob. I heard that Alex Ovechkin just scored a goal for the Colorado Rockies as well. They're up against the Toronto Raptors tonight. The Rockies and the Raptors. Angus Schmuck's peanut butter is good. Not a very, very popular brand. I've heard of Schmuckers. I now have that Peter Pan picture saved just in case. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not sure how expensive the Jif peanut butter is, but I'm on the website where they sell that Peter Pan brand. $5.40 for 40 ounces. And I'll read you the product description. This is an excellent product description, by the way. Spread the wonder with Peter Pan creamy peanut butter. The dreamy deliciousness opens a world of whimsy and delivers the magical peanutty pleasure of Peter Pan creamy peanut butter. Whoever wrote that is an absolute genius. Ingredients: roasted peanuts, sugar, less than 2% of hydrogenated vegetable oils, cottonseed, rapeseed. Yes, there is such a thing as rapeseed. Salt, partially hydrogenated cottonseed oil. And by the way, everybody, for those folks at home who are wondering, yes, it is kosher. There you go. I love that description. Spread the wonder with Peter Pan creamy peanut butter. I could totally, maybe that'll be my sponsor on my own channel. I'll probably get sponsored now by Peter Pan peanut butter. That'd be an interesting sponsor. I better get free peanut butter then. Sean, a 40 ounce of Jif goes for around $6. So that's a great price. Oh, there you go. So you're just eating Peter Pan's watery shit. Oh, it's cheap. Yeah, it says it's 14 cents an ounce. Still got a 4-1 game here. Toronto, Buffalo. Shots 19-16 for the Sabres. Here comes Buffalo. Fitzgerald. Olofsson behind the net. Got triple teamed. And here comes Toronto. Nylander. Tell you what, my 4-3 score prediction is still on. Krebs. Shot. Got blocked. No icing here. This sounds weird, says Angus, but peanut butter and hummus is delicious. Oh, that's an interesting mix. I don't know if I would like that. I love hummus, by the way. I'm a huge fan of hummus. I think Sabra hummus, right? Hummus. I love that we're just talking about different spreads. Yep, Sabra. Good brand of hummus. Put that on toasts or some like pita chips. Is that what those called? Yeah, pita chips. Excellent. Good save by Murray here. 39.3 to go here in the second. Jacob, Jif creamy peanut butter, 40-ounce jar costs $6.78. That is expensive. I tell you what, that Peter Pan brand, 17 grams of fat, but only 3 grams of it is saturated. That's the type of fat that you want to avoid, is saturated fat. Fat itself isn't bad for you. Obviously, an excess of fat is bad, but 17 grams of fat is not terrible if only 3 grams of that is saturated. So that's pretty good. Pretty healthy. 8 grams of protein, 6 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fiber. We all need more fiber. Has iron, magnesium in it. Is kosher if you're into that. Solid. I might just buy that Peter Pan brand. So the next time I'm doing a live stream, I can have it here. That'd be funny. But anywho, end of the second period here. 4-1. Or no, not yet. They faked us. I think the referees are going to drop the puck here. Because I think the puck went out of play with a second left. .1 seconds here. So they're going to do a little puck drop. Pekka Luukkonen is at the blue line. Yep, he's just getting the memo now. And now the second period is over. 4-1 Toronto. Very interesting mix. Higher taxes in California. That is true. Oh, look at that live shot of Buffalo. Just snow everywhere. It's like caked. The entire city is just caked in white. Unreal. Sean, I love hummus. I have it with pita bread. Yes, pita bread. I remember when I was back in Chicago, I went to school there for a bit, and there was a restaurant I went to, and they had pita bread and hummus as like an appetizer, and it was very good. Angus, Sabra is the largest brand of hummus. Hummus in the Middle East is delicious. Have you been to the Middle East, Angus? I've never had the pleasure of going. I would love to visit, especially like Jordan. I've seen like pictures of Jordan, and it looks gorgeous, like Petra. Would love to go one day. I know there's definitely some health hazards and that type of stuff, but if I could make it one day to the Middle East, I think I would, because it is a gorgeous area. It just gets it gets a bad rap for all the nonsense that goes on there. Oh, it's pita, not pita. I definitely don't look like pita. Yeah, so yeah, PITA. PETA, PETA is that dog or the pet agency that rescues dogs in abusive relationships. That's PETA. If you replace that A with an O, then you have PETO, which is, you don't want to be that. But then PETA, when I keep saying PETA, I think of like Family Guy when they're like when Meg's like PETA in that Boston accent. 4-1 is crazy. It should be 2-1 Toronto. Should be 2-1. I had been to Saudi Arabia. My parents lived there in the 80s. Oh, how fascinating. That's very cool. Yes, I love Family Guy. I've been watching it since I was a kid. Family Guy, Simpsons, great Sunday cartoons. Adult cartoons, I should say, even though I watched it when I was like in middle school. I haven't watched Family Guy in a little while, though. You know what great show, like an adult cartoon? Have any of you guys watched Big Mouth on Netflix? Big Mouth is hilarious. I watch those every morning. Not every morning, but when a new season comes out, I definitely watch those in the morning. I never got into South Park. I'm trying though because my friends want me to. Yep, South Park is great. Every now and then I'll watch South Park. I remember they did a coronavirus episode like in 2020, I think, and that was absolutely hilarious. It was like the pandemic special. That was hilarious. Sean, never heard of Big Mouth. You gotta check it out, Sean. On Netflix. Big Mouth, absolutely hilarious. I'll list you the actors that are in it. I'm sure you know a lot of them. So Nick Kroll is the main character, and he's the creator and executive producer. Nick Kroll, Jesse Klein, John Mulaney, Jason Mantzoukas, Maya Rudolph, Jordan Peele, Jack Knight, Jenny Slate, Andrew Reynolds, Fred Armisen, Chelsea Peretti, June Diane, Raphael, Zach Woods. Anyone else? Zach Galifianakis was in it. John Hamm was in it. Mark Duplass. Seth Rogen was in it. Paul Scheer, if you know who he is. John Oliver. Lots of pretty star-studded cast, Big Mouth. Smokey Dan. Hi, Smokey Dan. How's it going, buddy? Thank you for tuning in. You never heard of Big Mouth? I thought you would since you have such a big mouth. That's a knee slapper, Jacob. That's a knee slapper. Yes, welcome, Smokey. If you are new to the channel, by the way, I can get rid of this because it's the end of the second. If you are new, make sure to subscribe to the Hockey Podcast Network. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at HockeyPodNet. If you want to help support the channel with a donation, you can do that through the live chat. If you want to follow me on my social media pages, my Twitter is at Grant Hakeem. My Insta and TikTok is at Grant_Hakeem. And of course, I already said that. If you want to donate, you can do that through the live chat. I already said that. But yeah, if you want to check out any of the stuff I do on YouTube, the Grant Hakeem YouTube channel is my YouTube channel where you can watch stuff that I do. I will be going live for the World Cup, doing some live watch-alongs for some soccer games. Monday, USA, Wales, and then Wednesday, Belgium, Canada. So if you're a football fan or soccer fan, you can head to my channel for some watch-alongs. Should be fun. And then I'm heading out of town for Thanksgiving, but then I'll be back next week for some more streams. Right, we'll step aside here, let the sponsor identify themselves. You're watching the Toronto Maple Leafs and Buffalo Sabres live watch-along on the Hockey Podcast Network. All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you, as always, to DraftKings for sponsoring not only this stream, but everything at the Hockey Podcast Network. Make sure you use the code THPN, that's the wrong year, when you sign up for DraftKings. There we go, that fits. Sean, just subbed your channel. Thank you, Sean. The Creative Team YouTube channel, everybody. I think I haven't looked at how many subscribers we have, but we're almost at 100, which is incredible. I never thought I'd get to 100 in it's been about a year. I think it's been exactly a year since I started. I did not think I'd get to 100. Yeah, so we're at 93 subscribers right now. We're 7 away from 100. If we could get to 100 I'm sure we'll get to 100 when I do my World Cup streams, hopefully. Because World Cup hopefully will bring in a lot of people, so we'll be close. I'll have to do something special when we get to 100 subscribers. We could do I could do an all-day stream or something fun like that when we get to 100, for sure. Maybe not all day, but half-day stream. Angus, about the only cartoon I ever got into was The Simpsons, especially the early stuff. Simpsons is great. I used to watch that every Sunday night before school when I was in middle school and high school. I haven't watched it in a little while. I do watch the Treehouse of Horror episodes every Halloween, though. That's fun. Smokey Dan, and does anybody know how much a jersey costs? And then Sean said NHL jersey costs around $120 on their website. It depends what kind of jersey you get, Smokey. If you want to get those Fanatics jerseys, those are pretty cheap. I can give you the price right now if I had to. shopnhl.com. Jerseys. I know my cart's empty. No duh, I just got on the website. Yeah, so the Fanatics jersey is $122. But then if you want to get those nice Adidas jerseys, which I recommend because those Fanatics jerseys are about as flimsy as a hand towel. If you want to get a proper jersey, that's going to cost you about $240 with the player name. A blank jersey with no name, Adidas, is about $190 American. So yeah, very expensive. It's not cheap, the hockey jerseys, but it's very they look very nice. I think it's worth forking out the money, even for a blank one. Because I mean, think 120 versus 190 for an extra $70. You're actually getting an authentic jersey that's has an actual crest and actual stitching and stuff. So I think it's worth it. But obviously, if money's tight, then just go with Fanatics. But yeah, as Sean said, or closer to 200. The price varies. It is a lot of money. How can people afford them? Yeah. Well, that's the thing with hockey, right? I think for everyone that plays hockey, is involved with hockey, is a hockey fan, the majority of people in that demographic have money, right? Especially if you're a player. It costs so much money to play the sport. Your family has to be making a lot of money. You need to have a stable job where you're not only making enough money to support yourself and your kid, but to support playing hockey, which is expensive from equipment standpoint, from the cost of signing up and registering the kid to play hockey, the cost and that you have to go into traveling all over the country for tournaments and whatnot. So, I mean, it's a huge ordeal. But I think the majority of people involved with hockey have deeper pockets. And that's been my guess. But obviously, there are hockey fans that don't have deep pockets, which is great. But yeah, usually people can't. That's why we have a sweet thing called a credit card. Or do it that way, Sean. Yep, just rake it up on the credit card. That Canucks jersey that I bought, my Thatcher Demko jersey, I tweeted about it when I got it about a month ago. That I put that on a credit card. It was so nice, I had to have it. But I paid it off right away, so I didn't have any interest payments. Anywho, we're underway for the third period here at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. On this hockey night in Canada. Hockey Fights Cancer Night as well, I think, in Toronto. I did not see the Florida game, but I did see the final score where it was 5-4 Florida. Or was it? No, 5-4 Calgary. It was 5-4 Calgary in a shootout. I saw the score. Let me take a look at the box score. Oh, yeah, that was looking like a crazy game. Kachuk tied it with about 7 minutes to go to force the overtime. Then it went to a 9-round shootout. That's always fun, the deep shootout rounds. Well, let's see here if Buffalo can get anything going here. I need them to score 2 goals this period, so my score prediction is correct because I said 4-3 Toronto win. So I'm hoping for 2 goals here for Buffalo in this period. Angus, hopefully... Oh, I forgot to add this. There you go. Hopefully the World Cup will bring in a lot of people. I hope so too, Angus. I need 7 more. I just need 7. There we go. I don't want to... Don't do this. Everyone's a winner. Everyone's a winner on this channel. I just need 7 more people to get to 100 subscribers. That'd be great. Angus, I'm tired of The Simpsons now. This may sound morbid, but they need to die. Yeah, I think The Simpsons, it's one of those feel-good shows. Like, you put it on the TV, it's in the background, and it's just a comfortable show to have on when you're doing stuff around the house or whatever, or just chilling out with friends. But yes, in terms of, like, actual content, I don't think TV shows should last more than, like, 5 seasons. Even with, like, The Office, once it got to, like, season 5, 6, 7, it was tailing down. Same with, like, How I Met Your Mother was like that, too. Big Bang Theory was like that. And that's one thing I notice a lot with American TV shows. We just love having, like, 9, 10, 11 seasons and just keep extending the show. But in England, a lot of their shows are, like, 3 seasons max. Like, I think the original Office from the BBC was only, like, 3 seasons. The Office, BBC. Yeah, there was only 14 episodes. And there was only 2 seasons of that. And think of how legendary that TV show was. The original Office. So, I mean, there you go. 5 is my max. Don't go more than 5. Angelo, made in China knockoff jerseys, about $40. Yeah, you don't want to buy those. Those look like terrible. Look like crap. What is it, like AliExpress? I've seen kids buy those at like high school. It looks terrible. Like, I can tell right away if it's an authentic or a fake jersey. Mulligan shot, saved by Luukkonen. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen has been pretty solid tonight. I can't blame him for the goal where the puck went in, but the net was 2 feet off the moorings. But he's been solid tonight. They got a good goalie in Pekka Luukkonen. He's a solid. I've never seen a goal being scored at a face-off. Yeah, I don't really see that at the NHL level. in my beer league game, it was probably a couple weeks ago in my beer league. I'm the goalie of my team, by the way. One guy actually pulled that off. He like tried to shoot the puck right when the puck dropped, and I did make the save. So always got to be ready if you're a goaltender. Any young goalies out there watching, always be ready whenever the puck is in your zone, no matter what. Even if your team has possession, always be aware because that puck can turn over like that. Or just like you said, Smokey, on a face-off, it can be shot at you, and you got to be ready. Angus, my parents never let me play because it's super expensive. Yep. I hear that a lot from kids that would love to play, but it's just so expensive. And it's really sad. I mean, because hockey is such an amazing sport, and I think it builds so much character, and there's so many life lessons that you can learn from hockey. And it's just unfortunate that that money like prevents kids from experiencing that. Because hockey for me is like one of the best things that I've ever done in my entire life. You know, and I've met so many amazing people, and I couldn't imagine my life without it. So I just think of kids that can't play, and it's gut wrenching. And that's why those programs where the try hockey for free stuff is so important in our country to get kids who, you know, from families who don't have a whole lot of money, but give them the opportunity to play and have fun. And it's just amazing stuff that they do for those kids. Sean, I agree. Archie needs to die. I don't know. I want to keep. I mean, if they want to keep making Simpsons, I don't mind it. It's every now and then I like watching it. Then you got to build a rink. Yeah. I would love to actually to go back on that, Smokey. I would love to build my own outdoor rink. Like wherever I end up living, I would need lots of land space. But if I had a big enough yard to build a rink, and then I would just let like kids use it all the time. And then of course I would want to use it too, but I would totally let the neighborhood kids use it. It'd be a fun little hangout place to play hockey and stuff. Sean, shootouts are so heart racing, it makes my heart want to explode. I hate shootouts, Sean. I think it's probably the worst way to ever decide a hockey game is a shootout. I don't know why they invented it. I mean, I know why they invented it, because they don't want a game going on for 9 overtimes, but shootouts are terrible. Especially, I remember in like the World Juniors, the gold medal games like go to a shootout, and that's just a disgrace. I'm sorry. Like they're college kids, they can do multiple overtimes. Like you don't need to do a shootout. I just think it's a dumb way to decide a champion of a tournament. Mine too. Angus, I'm not a big TV viewer except for sports. Yeah, I'm not a big. I just don't have a lot of time. I'm just occupied with so much stuff. So the only time I get a chance to watch TV is like when I'm eating my meals. But yeah, I try my best to watch as much hockey as I can to stay up to date with everything. But definitely, I can feel you, Angus. I'm not a big TV person myself. Sean, they love extending those shows, but couldn't bother to make more than 4 seasons of Phineas and Ferb. Oh, I loved Phineas and Ferb, Sean. That was a great show. And did that only run for 4 seasons? Oh, that's a disgrace. 4 seasons. That was such a good show. I loved Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Love Doofenshmirtz. It's funny that isn't like what Dr. Doofenshmirtz on. It's like a TikTok thing. Like I got records on my finger, and I just can't stop. Like I think that's like a TikTok sound now, which is hilarious. Puck was out of play here. 14:38 to go. Still the same score as you can see. But yeah, Phineas and Ferb, legendary show. That was probably the last cartoon that I watched on Disney before I got too old for Disney. But yeah, I tell you what, the crap that Disney puts out now, and Nickelodeon for that matter, for kids is terrible. Like, definitely was not like my childhood where you had like Drake and Josh on Nickelodeon. SpongeBob was in its prime. Phineas and Ferb, iCarly. Like, just you had some real classic shows. And there's more. I'm like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody on Disney was great. I could go on, but I'll leave it there. Smokey, what team you think will win the Stanley Cup? You can pick any team except for Tampa Bay and the Avs. Well, Smokey, at this point, a dark horse team that I would look out for is the Carolina Hurricanes. I think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the playoffs. So I guess that's going to be my cup pick for right now. But I'm going to keep a good watchful eye on those New Jersey Devils and see if they can keep this up because they're playing some great hockey right now. And if they can maintain that throughout the entire season, then I think they're going to be the cup favorites. Also, I'll chuck in Boston Bruins because they're doing really well. Boston, Vegas. Sean, only if my school had a hockey team. Yeah, I'm from Minnesota, so every team here has a hockey team. It's like the South with football. Up here in Minnesota, every school has got high school has a hockey team. Huge. The high school hockey tournament is absolutely huge here. If you haven't watched it or ever heard of it, all the games take place at the XL Energy Center where the Minnesota Wild play, and sold out. Like the tournament, like the arena is literally sold out. It's more crowded for that tournament than Wild games. Like, see, I'm not even joking. It's absolutely wild, and it's all televised, and it's really cool. Angus, shootouts in hockey and soccer are based on luck. Completely agree, Angus, especially in soccer. Yep, they only made it for 4 seasons. That's sad. Phineas and Ferb, rest in peace. Can you watch that now? It's probably on Disney Plus. Mike is watching an episode tonight with dinner just to get some nostalgia. It is on Disney Plus. Whoa, there's a Phineas and Ferb Star Wars. Oh, wow, in 2014, they made a Phineas and Ferb Star Wars movie. Oh my gosh, I gotta read you this. Meanwhile, intergalactic chaos erupts on the Death Star when Perry the Repel Puss. Perry the Rebel Puss. That sounds bad, Rebel Puss. Whatever. Is trapped in carbonite while trying to stop Darthenschmerz from using his new Sithinator. The saga takes a turn for the worse when Ferb is accidentally caught in the crossfire of the Sithinator, changing him into a full-fledged Sith and leading to an epic first-time battle between the brothers. So it sounds like Ferb is like Anakin, or is Luke Skywalker, and he switches into Anakin Skywalker. And then you have who's the main guy in Star Wars? Obi-Wan Kenobi. Then you have an Obi-Wan Anakin duel at the end, I think is what they're going for. I have to watch that again. I've never seen that Star Wars one. What happened with The Simpsons is what's happening to SpongeBob. They're dragging it out too much, and it needs to stop. Yeah, I have tuned in to Nickelodeon sometimes just to see those new SpongeBob episodes, and it looks terrible. Like, I don't know. It's not the same as it once was, SpongeBob. The last Disney production I saw was the awful biopic of the Sex Pistols. Kind of weird that a Disney production, yeah. Is that on Disney? The Sex Pistols biopic? That'd be interesting to watch. I don't know if I've listened to them. I've heard of them before. I'm sure I played one of their songs on Guitar Hero when I was a kid. Oh yeah, it is on Disney Plus. Everything's on Disney Plus. Sean, all the hockey mom gonna go crazy at those games. Yeah. Hockey moms are a different breed. Oh my goodness. I had a hockey game once when I was in I think I was in 10th grade. A sophomore in high school, and I had a game. And one of the moms was like flipping out so much that the referee had to kick her out of the arena because she was so crazy. Shot goes wide by Yarncrook. Toronto, good ozone time here. Kind of been neglecting the game, but I mean, nothing's really going on. So it might as well talk about Disney stuff. Sean, oh, I love the Star Wars one. I recommend that one highly. I might legit watch that tonight or one of these nights coming up. That it looks interesting. Oh my god, they have a Phineas and Ferb Candace Against the Universe. That came out in 2020. So they're still making Phineas and Ferb movies. They just stopped the TV show. I saw the Phineas and Ferb, the 2D Dimension one. Phineas and Ferb Take Two. They tried to relaunch it, I think. Interesting. Smokey, Avs are up 3-0 against the Capitals. Yeah, we can definitely take a look at the out-of-town scores when this game goes to a commercial break. We can definitely do that. Angus, old school punk rock band Sex Pistols. Yeah, I'm sure on Guitar Hero they were on there, and I played a song. The updated name for a hockey mom is Karen. Exactly, Angus. They're all Karens. All the ones that act out. Sean, single-handedly one of the most underrated movies Disney has made were the Mighty Ducks movies. Highly underrated. Yeah, the Mighty Ducks movies were classic. The first one was great. The second one was really good. When they went to that tournament. Nylander scores! Excellent goal by Nylander on the breakaway, and it's 5-1 Toronto. My score prediction is in the bin. Great move by Nylander. Pekka Luukkonen tried to stretch out that right leg. Got a piece of it, but couldn't get enough. What I want, you've got, and it might be hard to handle. But like a flame that burns the candle feeds the flame. Yeah, what I've got, full stock of thoughts and dreams that scatter. And you can pull them all together. And how I can't explain. Well, you, you making my dreams come true. Looked up the lyrics. Now I know the words. There you go. But yeah, back on this point, Sean. Mighty Ducks. First one was great. The second one, when they were Team USA, was really good. The third Mighty Ducks, I don't think was that great. I'm trying to remember what that was about. It's the third Mighty Ducks. Yeah, I remember that one not being so great. The first two were really good. But Sean, have you watched the Mighty Ducks Game Changers, that new series on Disney Plus? I watched the first season of it, and it was all right. One thing I hate about those hockey movies is that they're not really realistic with the rules. So, like, there was one point in one of the episodes where the kids scored with like a second left. But in hockey, it's not like basketball where you can shoot the puck or shoot the ball in basketball and have a buzzer beater. That doesn't work in hockey. It's either a face-off or the game ended. So like one of the kids had a buzzer beater shot in the Mighty Ducks episodes. I'm like, well, that's not realistic because you can't do that in hockey. So it's like those little things that like the writers, they clearly don't know all the rules of hockey. But I mean, it's an all right show. I know the new season's out. I'll definitely have to check that out. It's the second season of the Game Changers, Mighty Ducks. But yeah. So this wasn't the score I was predicting. Me either, Sean. I didn't think it'd be this much of a blowout, but I think Buffalo has fallen off here, and they're going to be bottom of the Eastern Conference from here on out, I think. I don't think they'll be near the top like they were 2 weeks ago. That's supposed to be most of the time. Oh. Well, we got 6:35 to go here in the third. Shots 27-23 for the Sabres. Regardless of the score, it has been a very fun night hanging with you guys tonight. I hope everyone's doing well at home, staying safe, having a great Saturday night. Love watching hockey, especially on Hockey Night in Canada. Love Hockey Night in Canada. Ooh, Krebs hit from behind by Liljegren, and there will be a penalty on the play. Liljegren and Krebs pushing and shoving. But yeah, look at this replay. Yeah, you can't check a player when the numbers are facing you. So that'll be probably a 2-minute minor for hitting from behind. Sean, Disney not being realistic. What a surprise. Yeah. I've always hated that about movies, even when I was little, like how movies aren't realistic. Even I remember watching the 007 James Bond movie, like Skyfall, and the opening sequence of like him getting blown up all the time. I was like, there's no way he's gonna survive that. Like, and that really bothered me when I was a kid, like how movies aren't realistic. But it's a movie, so as long as it's entertaining, I guess that's all that matters. All right, it's probably the last commercial break before the night's going to end here. So let's take a look at some out-of-town scores. So late in the third period, the Penguins have a 1-0 lead over the Jets. Our game is 5-1 Toronto. Boston throttling the Blackhawks 6-1, 30 seconds left in the game. Colorado thumping the Capitals 3-0, 4 minutes left in the game. Detroit demolishing the Blue Jackets 6-1, 3 minutes to go in the third. Philly and Montreal, a battle of the bottom sellers there, the bottom dwellers. 4-3 Philly, 9:34 in the third. St. Louis thumping, annihilating the Anaheim Ducks, who have yet to win a game this year in regulation, I believe. Are beating those mighty Anaheim Ducks 5-1, 7:13 in the second. The Stanley Cup favorites, according to yours truly, Carolina Hurricanes, beating the Wild 1-0, 9:04 in the second. My New York Islanders beating the Dallas Stars 2-1, 5:41 in the second. Tampa Bay and Nashville tied 1 apiece in the second. We got more games. LA, Kings, and Kraken kicking off, dropping the puck, not kicking off, World Cup at 10 p.m. Eastern. Golden Knights, Oilers, 10 p.m. Eastern. Rangers, Sharks, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. And then earlier today, 5-1 Devils won, 5-4 Flames in the shootout. Oh, too many games, but it's great. I don't know why people were so surprised when they found out Walt Disney wasn't all sunshines and rainbows. Yeah, all the people, all the CEOs, majority of them have some dirt, and the dirt is usually pretty disgusting. I thought Disney was real, Sean. Orlando is the Disney's mafia headquarters. Never been to Orlando or to the one in Anaheim. Is that World? Never been to Disney World or Disneyland. And I don't think I have any intention on visiting either one. Buffalo on the power play, by the way, in the final 5 minutes here. It's loose, scores! Casey Middlestat, that former Golden Gopher, makes it 5-2 here with 4:53 left. Matt Murray didn't know he covered the puck, didn't know where it was, and Middlestat pounced on the rebound. Pounced like a crouching tiger, and this buries it. Easiest goal he'll score in his career right there. I mean, look at his mustache. Yeah, Walt. Let me take a look. Walt Disney mustache. Oh yeah, yeah. That just screams. You're up to no good with that mustache. And guess about 10 years, I swindled a few $1,000s after vacationing at the Big Ears headquarters. Oh, okay. Disney World is Florida, Land, California, other Disneys in France and Japan. Okay. World, Florida, Land, California. I know there's a Legoland in California that looks fun that I might want to visit. Oh, bunting missed. Oh, almost had 6 there. Yeah, Legoland in California looks like a good time. Loved Legos when I was a kid. I always would get those for Christmas, and Christmas Day was spent opening gifts and building my Lego sets when I was younger. I remember I got like a Harry Potter Lego set with like, it was a massive castle, and it was insane. Lots of fun. Legoland close to San Diego. I want to go to San Diego really bad. That's on my bucket list of places to visit. I've been to San Francisco, San Jose, and Los Angeles are the 3 places I've been to in California. I'd probably say San Francisco is my favorite so far. That's a really neat city. Can Buffalo get another one? Oh, Bryson. Cousins couldn't get the puck off. Puck was bouncing on him. Yeah, I think the problem with Buffalo is they have the effort. It's just the defense isn't there, and it just doesn't seem like they're playing with a whole lot of structure, you know? But individually, there's lots of good things going on talent-wise, so Give it time with Buffalo. Angus, Legos is heaven for kids, hell for adults when they step on them. Yeah. I was always very neat and tidy when I was a kid, so my parents didn't have to worry about that. The Legos always were on the table. I never dropped any. But yeah, I think I still have. I made like a White House out of Legos when I was younger, and I think I still have that somewhere in my room, buried somewhere. It's still built. Sean, I went to SeaWorld in Orlando, I believe. I got lost. My family won't keep reminding me. Family reunions. SeaWorld. Love Legos. Who doesn't love Legos? I'm going to try and find the biggest Lego thing that they sell right now. The Lego store. Lego.com. What are they selling? I actually have some nephews and nieces, and I might buy some of them for Christmas, some Legos. So let's take a look. We can do it by age. Oh, yeah. There's an 18 plus section. What's the 18 plus? Is it alcoholic beverages out of Legos? Oh, there's an office one. No way. You can create the set of the office with Legos. Dunder Mifflin. Oh, that's insane. That's got to be so finicky, though, because it's not like the office Legos. It's basically just flat and then just some cubicles. Whoa, there's a motorized lighthouse. $300. And it's functioning. It can turn. Actually has a light bulb in it. That's insane. Chevrolet Camaro out of Legos. The Hogwarts Express. $500. Oh, yeah. I built the Hogwarts Castle. That's the one that I built when I was a kid. Wow. I feel so honored. So I built the Hogwarts Castle thing that's meant for 18 plus, but I was probably like 12 when I built that. That's how advanced I am. Wow. Titanic, the Vincent Van Gogh, an Atari, Camp Nou, the FC Barcelona Stadium, the Millennium Falcon for $900. Wow. Mad. Absolutely mad what you can do with Legos. I got lost in a haunted house for an hour and a half in a Kentucky amusement park. I have some funny Kentucky stories because I played on a hockey team for Chicago out of college, and we played at Eastern Kentucky University. And I tell you what, that barn that they play in was so rowdy, one of the rowdiest places I've ever been. But that was such a good time in Kentucky. I think that weekend in Kentucky, I scored 2 goals and 2 assists over the weekends. So there you go. Maybe Kentucky is my place to play hockey. I never thought a kid from Minnesota that I'd ever play hockey in Kentucky. That was very, very interesting. Definitely a memory I'll never forget. Another penalty on the Sabres. So many penalties this game. 6 for Toronto, 2 for Buffalo. Oh, the 3 now. So Toronto on the power play here for the rest of the game. We have $1:10 remaining. There's so many cool Lego. I don't have the time to put them together. Yeah, they're very time consuming, the Legos. Also, it's like once you built them, it's like, where do you put it? Like, you need to have a place to store it. Because if you don't, it's like, I don't know, it's not like a puzzle where you can just take it apart. Like, the pieces are so stuck together. Avs win 4-0 against the Caps in the shutouts. There you go. Capitals didn't show up tonight. The offense, not there. Right, let's pay attention to our game. We got 35 seconds to go here. Toronto is basically playing keep away. The Toronto faithful should be happy here. Nylander, shot, good block by Middlestedt. Nylander again looking for the hat trick. They're just trying to feed Nylander. 2 seconds left. And that will do it. The Toronto Maple Leafs defeat the Buffalo Sabres 5-2 on this Hockey Fight Cancers night in Toronto. Good job for the Maple Leafs. We'll take a look at the standings later on and see where they end up here. We gotta get right back to where we started from. Love is good. Love can be strong. We gotta get right back to where we started from. Ooh. That used to be the Islanders' win song, but they changed it to Higher Love by Whitney. And you guys, I've heard of that lobby of Google's headquarters have huge bins full of Legos. I bet you on their breaks at Google, you're told to build Legos. No one surprised me. All of a sudden, I want to work at Google. I tell you what, have you seen the movie The Internship? That's a hilarious movie. It has Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn. But yeah, working at Google would be pretty cool. Their headquarters looks awesome. But yeah, so let's take a look at the standings here. Updated standings. Can we look at here we go. Atlantic Division. So with this loss, the Buffalo Sabres are stuck at 7th place in the Atlantic. 6 wins, 1 overtime win, and 11 losses. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses in a row for Buffalo. So not looking good if you're a Sabres fan. I think it's safe to say they're out of it. I don't see them making a playoff spot at this point. For the Toronto Maple Leafs, with this win, you are up to 24 points, second in the Atlantic Division. About 500 in your last 5 games, 3 wins. But you lost in overtime, so you got points. So that's 1, 2, 4 games where you got points. Very good. Toronto, a team that we all expect to make the playoffs. Some say are cup favorites. I don't know if I'd say that because you got to get out of the first round first before you can be a cup favorite. But yes, there you go. Those are your standings. Get rid of this. Right, we're going to wrap it up here. So say whatever you're going to say in the live chat or forever hold your peace. But before I end it, thank you everybody for tuning in. I love doing these live watch-alongs. It's so much fun to interact with you guys and talk about peanut butter and Peter Pan peanut butter and all that stuff and Legos and Phineas and Ferb. It was such a fun night. Hope you had fun too at home. Make sure you do subscribe to the Hockey Podcast Network on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at HockeyPodNet. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, at Grant Hakeem is my handle. At Grant_Hakeem is my Insta and TikTok. And of course, if you want to help support the channel, you can do that through the live chats. Also, if you're interested, if you want to check out any of the content that I do on YouTube, you can search the Grant Hakeem YouTube channel in the search bar on YouTube, and you can find my channel there. My next stream on this channel, the Hockey Podcast Network, will be next Wednesday. So Thanksgiving Eve. I'll be doing a live watch along for, drum roll, it's about the goddamn time, for the Edmonton Oilers and my New York Islanders. We're doing an Islanders game. Looking forward to that. It'll be the first Islanders game that I get to watch like in its entirety. So the November 23rd, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Hockey Podcast Network. I will be live doing a watch along for that game. Sip of water. Because I got more to say. And then on my channel, the Grant Hakeem YouTube channel, World Cup starts tomorrow. So throughout the entire month of the World Cup, I will try and do as many live watch-alongs as I can. My first live watch-along for the World Cup will be on Monday, USA against Wales. And then on Wednesday, I'm doing the Belgium and Canada game. I think those are 2 p.m. starts on the East Coast, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's right. So on Monday, 21st, USA, Wales. On the 23rd of November, Belgium, Canada, live watch along. And then a few hours later on the Hockey Podcast Network, Oilers, Islanders. So I'm doing 2 watch alongs on Wednesday, the 23rd, Thanksgiving Eve. So that's going to be lots of fun. And then on the 24th through the 27th, I'm out of town. I'm going to Vancouver for a fun Thanksgiving trip. So I will see you guys then on the 28th for another stream, probably for a World Cup stream on that Monday. But yes, 21st and the 23rd, next live watch alongs on my channel and the Hockey Podcast Network. Right. Yes. Good night. Thank you, Sean. Thank you for tuning in. Angus, thank you. Yep. Have a good weekend, everybody. Hope you're doing well. The Sean, the PhD at peanut butter. Andrew, yes. Tell you what, the one thing I'm going to remember tonight is Peter Pan peanut butter. The Peter Pan peanut butter. I have to find that description again quick. That was amazing. See if I can find it. Oh, well, I can't find it, but it was hilarious. You have to go back earlier in the stream and find it. It was it was great. I might post that on my Twitter. It was like, spread the wonder of Peter Pan peanut butter or something like that. It was great. All right. Thank you again, everybody. Have a great rest of your night and weekend, and I'll speak to you soon. See ya on my channel on Monday for USA Wales, or if I don't see you then on this channel on Wednesday night, Oilers and Islanders. I will speak to you soon.